I think everybody realizes that there is some level of seriousness here. So I'm just going to get, you know, in my serious mode. So, fun is business. Um, Welcome everybody. Time to get serious about, yes, what he said, hitting the ground running, like what they say at Facebook. So, this is a phenomena, and we're just going to leave it at that for now. There is a little bit more to it. But right now, you might have been brought here by something that told you somebody was out there also caught in the phenomena. That would be me. So I've been here on and off for about 10 years, and it's what is a phenomena? It's about being able to hear people over long distances, feeling them, emotion-wise, hearing them, seeing them, which is actually a bunch of things that you'll get to know in the future, which they know over at such places as places that we will introduce to you later. And you know, it's kind of it's like a fantasy event to be able to share your feelings and emotions and time and experience with people. However, you don't know these people, and sometimes you could be fooled. So I just decided to come out, and people were at the point of me doing me, and I'm a simple person. I love freely, I give freely, I work hard, I pray, not necessarily perfectly. My dad was a fairly good, much better prayer than I was. You know, he went by the book. I just sort of opened my world to letting the universe's feelings, you know, and emotions and strength and energy in and flow through me. And I'm not even an expert at that. That's just my basics. And hopefully through everybody else and for everybody else. And I invite everybody else to believe in. So this is Technica Tech Dog. This is Coexist World. I live in a world here where I coexist during my real life, where I am just a simple tech mom and consultant and writer and artist and student. I live pretty conservatively by the book, and you know, fit in with my world like a lot of people do. So I'm probably in my like conservative girl gear now, except for the part where, you know, I use this for international people. So if you're international, I do like to honor you if I can. So welcome all people. Eventually, maybe everybody will come, or not. If it's just us, that's worth it. And that is just right. I mean, if this helps one person, this is fantastic. I know it helps me to think that we're working together, and I feel better over the time that we've been given for each other. So I hope everybody else or anybody else out there feels much better by using camaraderie to come together and hold their hands together. That's fantastic. So there's at least two. That's beautiful. So in the incoming, I have a register of two. Can't quite see them, but that's nice. Holding hands. Okay. So we will get to that later. What I wanted to do is basically cover what I have done, and if you want to follow suit in your life, I recommend. I don't tell you what to do, and you decide. So the things that I've found out is coming into the garage and trying to start a business is so far I have no security. So you have to start on the ground level security. So I encourage everybody to change your password. So that's immediately what I've started doing for a long time, is encourage everybody to change their passwords. So let's get this over here. And changing your passwords is a point of reference. Even in a completely insecure environment, you know when somebody stole your password. So if you have a password that's 6 months old, you know, in regular terms, that's kind of your fault. Just 3 months is a good time to change your password. Is it a pain? Yep. You don't remember it for a while. You have to get a new one. But you know, half the time, viruses are let in. A, through mail, so check your mail, make sure it came from a sender you trust and a sender that sent something. B, don't change your, I realized I was kind of mean in the other password videos. Basically, if you didn't know this, don't keep your passwords in browsers. That's where people or hackers can find them. I don't keep mine in the browsers. I punch them in all the time when I remember them, and I'm not changing them every week. I tend to have complicated passwords if I can, the uppercase, lowercase, which is pretty much the standard anyway, the numbers. You know, I don't do whole words unless I do like really long sentences that are random and only mean something to me. So that could be a way of getting a password that you change that you can keep for a while. Is that difficult to work with? Yeah. Is it better to work with difficult than nothing because you can't access it because somebody hacked it or stole it or made you lose your job? Yeah. Is it possible to change your password every 3 months even if there isn't a phenomenon to deal with? You should be doing that anyway. I shouldn't have to tell you that. If I'm telling you to change your password and you think, oh, I should be doing that, then you should have been doing that every 3 months anyway in a normal life. But so far everything is normal. This is just a script where we're troubleshooting a phenomenon in the script. So then we open up the possibilities to moving on and adapting. One of the partners that I work with in this life, and challenging ourselves to attempt to adapt in this life. And so I pull from the people that I meet in the phenomena and put them in the script. So that's called Adapting Guy, because he made up that idea. And now I have to go find him. And that's what I can put in the script. I wonder if I can do that. Or not. Those are flames. I won't post them. Okay. So incoming. It looks like a Hutterite. If you know what Hutterites look like, then you know this is not like what a Hutterite looks like. Thank you for really insensitive, superficial comments when something bigger than that is happening. So, moving on past negative people and superficial people. So we got to passwords. We did get to virus software, so just update those. I'm pretty sure the phenomena bypasses virus updates, but in order to troubleshoot this, we need to get the ground level security at its utmost level and figure out where it is leaking. We know it's in the air, but you still have to eliminate it anyway. So what is in the air? The phenomena is long-distance communication in between people who are not necessarily close. And so communication is normally between two people who are within speaking distance. And in this case, the phenomena is allowing us to speak with people who are not necessarily in the same room. Normally that would be called a mental illness. Schizophrenia is actually, normally communication is you're stimulated and you respond. Schizophrenia is actually your brain is stimulating itself and then you're having conversations. So if you feel like you're having conversations with yourself, you tend to fight. Like there's a difference between a conversation with yourself and you talking to yourself to get your keys and organize yourself and get yourself out the door. But the communication that happens here sort of grows and goes somewhere and maybe tells you something new or maybe copies what you do or you don't know. I think I'm kind of breaking the rules there. Anyway, I did ask this lovely sales girl how to wear like a scarf and she or hijab, and she did say you're supposed to cover everything to your arms, and I do have to go probably fix that. So thank you to that lovely lady who was so kind to help me and take my questions. And so yeah, so I actually leave my, I leave my status currently other than updating my passwords, because that's what I use. I usually, if I do use a virus, I usually use a configurable virus update software. Except for I haven't checked one lately, so I'm gonna have to actually check what they use these days, since I don't remember except for what we used to have, Black something Stone, 10 years ago. Since I haven't had to make my own network at all lately. I will be going through trying to set up my own network, updating what I don't know what happened over the last 10 years, so I have to go see what everybody's doing this year, and apparently people are in the cloud. I just never even, I thought about the cloud, and I'm like, why would anybody else, defend other people's stuff? So to me, the cloud just sounds, and there's been breaches, it just sounds like it's not a good place to put your, I don't know why everybody has to stash their naked pictures on the cloud, but there they go. Yeah, that just sounds insecure. I don't even know why people would believe in that. So I'm going to look for a secure cloud, since that's what people seem to be doing, skipping the servers and going to cloud these days, which is weird, but that's what they're doing. So I'm going to have to investigate that, and I'll let you know what I go through to get that done. And that was this. So this effort, changing the world and by saving the world by changing the world, is also in the script. So we're actually going to, with me and my partners, actually going to try and set up a business in this and go through this step by step and see what changes. And then also your businesses will result in a change somehow, how you operate, because we're going to have to somehow, you're going to have to be secure somehow. I wish all the people could be secure. That would be nice. But so far we're going to have to worry about the people that we do know about, and then when we're stable we can go get other people, and that's how calamities work. I'm pretty stable because I have no assets, but I am subject to physical repercussions and the moods of my mother. Yes, I live at my mother's house. I have to help with my niece because my sister got taken by the phenomena. She's not coming back anytime soon, unfortunately. Although I pray for her. And I don't know why my mom is such a powerhouse, because in my life, the smaller you get, the more powerhouse you get. So I hope I didn't lose the powerhouse. Everybody else was smaller than I was. So that's the basics. That's not how far we've gotten, but that's some of the basics, and I'll just let you guys go ahead and get that and see if this works.